Previously on Persona 4 Arena Ultimax.
You said you wanted to teach me how to make love. I wish to find out.
Alright, we're gonna be gone for a few hours, guys. Don't wait up.
And now back to kicking monkey ass.
Hello!
This is Sneeko B, back with some more Persona 4 Arena Ultimax. We last left off, finished off Yu's story, and finally unlocked Elizabeth's story. Alright, finally see what this is all about. So, I've mentioned before, but I think you guys said this is actually going to pick up a little bit after the answer, maybe, or something, but I haven't played it, so I might not fully understand some of what's happening here. However, I am still very interested to see, like, I'm kind of curious, like, how this is going to go, exactly, since she's sort of like, supposed to be sort of like one of the godlike characters, you know? Within the endless darkness are scattered countless bright lights like a nebula, but those lights are not stars. Each one is the light of life, the gleam of man's soul. This is the world inside people's hearts. A place where every human's consciousness is connected and it can be traced to their origin. Well, you telling me all those other stars got people out there too? Whoa! Wouldn't that be weird? If you just like landed on a planet and it just looks, it's exactly like Earth. You just walk, you actually see your house and you walk in. I walk in myself recording an episode. I'm like, hey. And I'm like, hey, what's up? Nothing. What you doing? Sorry. Every memory since the dawn of man, and even those on the ladder of its evolution slumbers here. Some think that this place is sea, and they may be correct. Depending on how deep you go, you may see this world's endless landscapes and innumerable faces. Where I stand now is one of its furthest steps. A domain that has existed far before life became sentient or taken form. Here, there's only the darkness of death and the radiance of life. I come here at times, you know, just to hang out, read a book, for a very important objective. Whoa! Suddenly a patch of the darkness surges and undulates. The pitch black substance swells like with tar-like consistency and quickly takes the shape of a giant arm.
My, it's rather stout compared to before.
Oh yeah, baby. That's one stout arm. Yeah. Ooh.
She's like rubbing it. What in the fuck is going on? Just as good and evil are products of man's heart, there's negative force here in this sea of souls that tempt man to corruption and destruction. Though one person's malice may amount to little, there are billions of people in the world. It's actually common for monsters capable of destroying mankind to develop without anyone realizing. Hey, do I have two heads? I have a head on my front and my ass. I think this is one of them. Though it only has an arm at first, it quickly develops into an enormous human-shaped torso. It roars with resentment, sending shots through this space where up and down are fluid. The monster raises an enormous arm that can tear down mountains towards the heavens. Rah! But it suddenly stops. Something's blocking its movement. I am to be precise. You might think I'm nowhere on the scene. In truth, even the monster may be thinking that. But I'd like to direct your attention to the fingertips at the end of this giant arm. Closer. Even closer to that. Close. Keep moving closer all the way to the index finger. There I am.
Do you see me now?
Now, like, I don't know if this is supposed to be like something at the end of FPS. Like, damn it. I knew I should finish the game. I never finished it because it just got to, like, I played it so much. I played Persona 3 so much that I had, like, I gotten a little bit sick of it, you know? I don't know. Like, it was, like, when I got to the answer part, it was just like all the fun stuff was taken out, just dungeon crawling, you know, with little bits of story, and I just kind of lost me. It's like I could stick with it. Also, all my party members were like level, like I was like originally like level like 80 or something, and then when I start at the beginning of that, everyone's like level 6 or some bullshit, and I'm like fucking hell, I gotta start all over again.
Have I forgotten to introduce myself? My name is Elizabeth.
So is this maybe happening at the end of the answer? Who knows? Maybe. Fix my gaze upon the two lights. It seemed to be the monster's eyes, but it twists away, trying to resist.
Do you wish to behold death that much?
Grab the monster's index finger. In one motion, I flip its immense body and throw it into the air. Holy sweet! Oh my god, what the? What are you, biotic? The monster cries out in agony in the area quakes again.
It seems it won't be easy for one of this size. I cannot damage the world of everyone's hearts, and I hesitate to make a scene in the real world either. Time for a change of scenery.
I opened the element grimoire in my hand. Whoa. Large blue magic circle forms behind the Thorough monster, swallowing the gargantuan figure. I followed it. Whee! Where am I? Elizabeth, what are you doing? She's just dicking around. Continual turbulent streams of light and darkness flow past the monster and myself. Eventually, I
We
speak
will
up.
soon reach our destination.
Another magic circle appears in an altogether different kind of black void than the one we came from. The monster spat out there. When it collides with the surface, a tremendous cloud of dust rises. I emerge from the magic circle second and rise into the air. On the horizon beyond the monster, I can see a deep blue sphere. Ooh. Oh! Hey, we're on the moon! Of course! Yes, this is the moon.
Now, I had promised to show you death.
I can't breathe out here, you dick!
Your
You bitch!
fate is in the cards.
Oh, Thanatos time. A figure appears behind me bearing several
The
coffins.
god of death, Thanatos. What do you think?
Kinda hot, isn't he?
The light of the star shine off its drawn sword and gleams bewitchingly. Bugga, bugga,
Was it to
bugga.
your liking? Well then, farewell.
Whoa! Yeah! He flings the sword down at the monster's head. Against its fearsome side, the sword is barely larger than a needle, but the sword's merciless sharpness pierces far beyond the blade's length. The monster's body slices apart like a wet paper. Oh, Jesus! Why'd you bring me to the moon just to murder me? With a final death cry, the monster slowly dissolves and evaporates as black mist. Deafening silence returns to the area. To break the quiet, a tune plays on my lips.
Velvet, oh velvet.
That's my fucking favorite color.
Me too! What do you know? Maybe that's why I created a velvet room. I just fucking love velvet. Velvet here, velvet there, personas. Create another magic circle in the air and step through it. Should remain long in this world without any real objective. Also, there's no oxygen. This is not the world I belong in after all.
My master has a large nose.
Bitch, what'd you say?
Oh, nothing.
Was resident of the Velvet Room and served its master. Dark blue clothing I still wears from that time. Because honestly, I don't have any other clothes. All the residents have their roles, but they're also on a journey. We help our guests grow as people, and through the help we offer, we come to understand the ultimate question. It's the fundamental question of, who are we?
Thinking back on it, I spent so many days like that for such a long time.
So I guess she left the Velvet Room. I think you guys said that she left the Velvet Room to go save the protagonist of the last game, I think, maybe?
I had thought that it would be impossible to change.
2 years ago, I finally reached my answer. Oh, okay. One's identity cannot be sought out, but must be forged for oneself. It's something you build, little by little. People call the freedom to do so potential, and by mastering, people can develop their unique identities. This is the understanding I came to. So it seemed to me I should believe in my own potential and wander in pursuit of my desire. It wasn't a hard conclusion to come to. That's why I abandoned my assigned role and departed from my long journey. I set an objective for myself. To kick monkey ass! No, to defeat the monster I fought a moment ago, once and for all. Vanquished it then, but that is only
It'll
temporary.
surely resurrect within the year again.
Oh.
And I'll go through today once more.
Because that was so hard. Seriously, it took like 30 seconds to kill him.
The monster was born from the twisted wishes arising from the lack of substance in people's lives. It slowly stagnates and seeps out. If this is life, then bring on death. Desires like that are what will give it power. And that giant black arm tries to free death from its prison. Fortunately, I have death as my friend here. It can never be left to act on its aims. But as long as people continue to wish as they do, the foul feelings will congeal and will revive endlessly. Or feelings, sorry, foul feelings. To truly defeat the monster means to change the people's hearts. That cannot be done no matter how much one improves their skill in battle. I do not currently know how this goal can be obtained, but it may be that one in this world knows. Some new and unknown miraculous power will most likely be required. That is why I wish to travel as far and wide as I can to broaden my horizons. Since I have only interacted with the guests of the room, I'm sure the scope of my knowledge is far inferior to a single human's. But there are infinite places for me to explore. I'll travel to each one and satisfy my natural curiosity. Okay, so I guess that was just... I'm just gonna go around and beat the shit up of random people.
Ooh, this is the place of Persona 4. Hey, look, there's Yu Narukami.
Oh, what the hell? Oh, God!
Now, that's why I have come here. a double check on the danger scale situation that I just recently discovered.
I place my hands on my hips while I listen to my Persona 3 soundtrack, and what I believe to be standing firm before me is what seems to be a replica of a building in the
I
real world.
sense multiple Persona users gathering. It's once in a blue moon that one discovers a place like this.
She's like, ooh!
I'm sure I can learn some interesting things here, or something along those lines. In any case, I, Elizabeth, can scarcely keep myself from getting involved.
I can barely keep my panties on.
For someone with a physical form to step into the realm of the mind would be for me to enter an even more abstract place than the Velvet Room. Normally it would be impossible, and even if it were, it would be very dangerous without a firm will. For it to occur at all is intriguing enough, but on top of that, these people are mainly Persona users, not just one or two. There's no denying that something truly extraordinary is happening here. Broaden horizons aside, I can't resist taking a closer look.
I smell crossovers.
When I get closer, I see a nameplate reading Yasugame High School, what seems to be the main gate.
This building, is it a school?
The school building before me looks aged, and I narrow my
It seems
eyes.
somewhat old-fashioned compared to the school I have experience with, but it has its charms as well.
Back when I was making babies with that blue-haired guy.
This is what they call animalist aesthetic.
He was also called Nico B.
Yeah, I'm all over the place. What can I say?
Animalist? Bestial? Anyway, something along those lines.
Something sexy, that's what it is. I'm gonna go find me another protagonist to make babies with.
There are bizarre decorations as far as the eye can see inside the building. Is this school always that's
These
adorned?
decorations. Could this be the fabled school festival I've heard tell of? A festival is where one toys with the lives of goldfish in a scandalous way.
Yeah. Oh, this poor little fish. They're like, please leave me alone.
One can also enjoy a combat simulation with close-range shooting tests using sniper rifle fire into the interior of stalls.
Oh my god, I love Elizabeth. She's so fucking funny.
Ooh, I'm starting to get excited.
Where did she learn this stuff anyway? Like, I guess she just have like books about the real world. Looking up, I spy a large sign done in vibrant
We
colors.
won Grand Prix. Could this be a fighting tournament? This isn't why the Persona users are gathering, is it?
No sooner do my suspicions arise than I sense the first presence within the school and turn towards it. Come, challenger! I wave my arms about anticipation. Ah! Whee! Something seems a bit odd.
That lady over there, she not a Persona user? Regardless of that, I sense something out of the ordinary.
So is this when she came across Labris, I think? When I close my eyes, I can tell that while she may appear to be a human girl, something about her is amiss. Yes, I sense an unnatural disconnect from her memories and consciousness that seem not seen in most people.
Is she truly human?
Now that I'm here, I can sense powerful combatants gathering one by one. Such power to be used to its fullest in clashes of skill, the result could be life-threatening. This place is not meant for such a girl. If she were to be drawn into this, then in the worst case
Still
scenario.
my old self when I only lived to play out my role, I would leave her be. But I am different now.
She's like,
Fuck that! I'm gonna fuck some shit up now!
I make my way towards the girl. As I approach her, I begin to hear voices. It seems that she's calling herself a student council president. I stride down. So I'm wondering, is this exactly like the, you know, I know there's sort of not a whole lot of overlap in this, you know, like, where one story, I mean, the basic premise will play out the same, but like, you know, like if one character interacts with some other character in another story, it doesn't necessarily mean they're going to do this exact same thing. But I'm wondering if in this case, since Labris' story was, you know, pretty much canon, you know, if this maybe is going to be the same thing. So this is when Labris ran into her. Start at the hall where she's walking directly into her view. The girl gives me a slightly questioning look, but no more. She comes towards me guilelessly.
Hey, excuse me. You got some reason to be at our school?
Looks sideways. Sorry. Up close, I can tell at once. There's no doubt this girl's not human. She seems to be under that impression. Ah, okay. So I'm guessing maybe to Elizabeth, she can see that her metal limbs and everything. The original residents of this place seem to believe that she is as well. But of course, that is impossible. The disconnect I sensed earlier must be
Could
related.
someone have tampered with her memories and psyche?
No matter how unusual her circumstances, such extreme gaps in awareness with are no mere figments of the imagination. It's possible, but normally those with a distorted view of reality have equally distorted emotions. And I do not sense that in her. Her emotions are in balance, only her memories and awareness fall short. Like a corps de ballet. Corps de ballet. Blah, 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 blah. Following behind as a soloist. I fix my gaze upon the girl before me once again. If she did not come here of her own will, then the events here may be more sinister than I imagined.
Are you sure this is how things should be?
Ah, okay, yeah, this is exactly... Okay, alright.
Huh? What are you talking about?
But the thing is, like, I can see, like, and for her point of view, the school looks totally different. It looks like, you know, a regular school, down all these posters and everything. So it really was, like, she's just totally, like, I don't know, deluding herself, I guess, you know? Hallucinations of her own creation, maybe.
I am a wanderer who only stopped here because I sensed great power gathering. I am in no position to give advice, but, this place will soon be caught in a bit of a fracas. If you continue to avert your eyes from everything, I think it will have an impact on your life in the near future.
My life?
What you choose is up to you, but I believe there are factors preventing you from making the right choices at the moment.
I'm wondering if maybe then, if this will end up playing out, like, she'll end up fighting the protagonist, like, breaking through the ceiling and, you know. I don't know, we'll see, I guess.
I couldn't bring myself to just stand by and watch as you lost your life before my eyes. That is why I came to you, so I could give you one last chance.
She has most likely forgotten who she is. I sense something shining, slumbering deep in her heart. It's the glow of a bond. No one who has been a resident of the Velvet Room can mistake it for anything else. It's kind of cool being from, like, her perspective, you know? How she sees the world and everything. They're always so, like, mysterious and everything. You're always kind of like, what the fuck are they thinking? Before she forgot herself, she must have had strong feelings about someone or had a promise to them. But I'll leave it to her to remember what it was. I'll let the Persona Compendium as if handing it to the girl and open its pages. Woo! Light streams out from in and washes over her. The light dispels the girl's false image, the illusion that made her seem human, though she is not.
Huh? What is this?
So, okay, that is what she's carrying, the Persona Compendium. Her true form is revealed as a gleaming mechanical body. Her arm looks as if steel plates are covering them. The girl finally pulls at them, trying to tear them off.
It won't come off. What gives?
My, what a robotically cool body.
I don't remember her saying that last time.
It is apparently meant for battle.
Hey, you! What did you do to me?
Nothing in particular. Well, considering that you are meant for battle, I shall briefly be your opponent. During that time, why not think back about who you are?
Huh? My opponent?
Most likely, I will not get through to her with words alone. I'm gonna have to beat her up. Although being forced to a confrontation, will she be able to understand? She already knows how to use the steel limbs, which she supposedly never seen
And away
before.
we go.
Woo! Except this time, I'm gonna win. Except Elizabeth's gonna win. Okay, but you guys also told me that, surprisingly, Elizabeth actually has the lowest HP, I think, of anyone there. She's pretty fragile. But I actually practiced a little bit with her, but damn, she's got some strong moves. I mean, she's got some moves that can kill people in one hit. I mean, albeit that you have to wait a while for it to, like, activate. Like, you can cast Mahameon or whatever. Mahaon or Mahaemon. And some other move. Woo! Watch this, I love this
It's
move.
time to be judged. The lovers.
The lovers!
My attack.
That's cool.
This one will hurt either.
Woo!
My here.
Let's see if I can do her super move. Oh, is that it? She can do, yeah, I think it was it. Her auto combo is insane. She does like,
How neat.
oh my god, I'm kicking your ass, Labrys. Probably because you don't have a persona. My bad.
I take it back. You suck at fighting. Holy shit.
Oh my god, I rocked the crap out of you. She didn't seem very fragile to me, but then again, I never got hit, so.
This seems a little one-sided.
Girl collapses powerlessly.
I
I used a soft touch during the battle. She should have sustained no injuries. But her health bar was going down, so, whatever.
Probably.
Still, the girl does not stand back up, apparently due to mental rather than physical stress. Her arms and legs just had turned metallic. Yet in the heat of battle, she was able to use those foreign appendages with ease. If she truly thought herself to be human, that would have come as quite a
That
shock.
should be enough. I'm sure you realize now that you are not human. There must have been an important promise that could only be kept in that guise. That must have been your reason for living. Whether it's worth losing that or not, I ask that you give it serious thought.
An important promise. My reason for living?
Her potential would become unlocked through self-reflection. That was how it happened for me
Now,
as well.
it seems the tumult of trials is about to begin. In which case, I bid you good luck.
I close the compendium in my hand and the warm pages rustle as they meet. By the time it shuts, I'm already far away from the girl. In my absence, the illusion is again in place, giving her the appearance of a human once again. She may consider what happened to be a daydream, and that is quite alright. My intention was to give her an opportunity to awaken to the truth. What she eventually decides is up to her. But that aside, there's something else on my mind. The girl I fought looked human, but it wasn't. It's rare for even one such as I, with an unimaginably long lifespan, to meet someone like her. Yet she is the second such person I have known. The other one was a guest of mine once. Oh, hey, here we go. Referring to Aigis. Because, yeah, in the... Aigis normally didn't have the power of the wild card. But in the answer... Like, I did play through some of the answer, you know, so I know this... Like, at the very beginning, she obtains the power of the wild card and becomes a member... the guest of the Velvet Room, so... And she's, you play as her, pretty much, for the answer section. She too resembled a human girl. I guess her power somewhere here as well. Most likely she's here for reasons having to do with the girl
What
I
an
met.
intriguing event. More so than I had first imagined.
Though I came here on a mere whim, this trip may be unexpected fruit. Perhaps I'll discover something important. My interest piqued even more now, and I decided to go further in. Whee! Back to this fucking hallway again.
God, I feel like I've been down this hallway like 30,000 times now.
When I do, the bustle of voices reaches my ears. Is that a cheer? Woo! One of the monitors nearby turns on after the cheer dies down, showing a girl in a school uniform.
Ladies and gentlemen, is everyone ready? It's time to get our program started.
The next person who seems to be the host takes the girl's place. Actually, person may be incorrect. That intriguing fluffiness and tantalizing round body.
Woo! Tantalizing.
Well then, I'm proud to announce the opening of our very own P1 Grand Prix!
Woo!
Presenting the manliest of all men!
For like the 18th time.
To do than I thought.
Keep watching as a video with someone with some upbeat music plays.
Is this an introduction to the contestants?
A number of girls and boys are introduced at a steady pace. I haven't seen any of their faces before, but they all appear to be Persona users. Each one of them is tagged with a mocking
Carnivore who's
epithet.
discarded womanhood. The blood-curdling beefcake emperor. The sister complex kingpin. Are
Ooh!
these signs of their willingness to cast aside their pride in pursuit of victory? I wonder if they're not casting aside a little too much. This is a rather novel idea.
There's no denying that those with power are gathering here for the tournament. The video comes to a close. Since I came here on my own whim, I'm obviously not featured in it.
How unfortunate.
I catch myself pouting my lips.
Should I officially enter this as well? Oh, but if the manliest of all men are the ones called for, I cannot participate.
For I have boobs and a vagina.
And again, I distinctly spotted a woman or two in the introductory video. Then I shan't concern myself with such trifling details. I shall soldier on.
Hell yeah, Elizabeth. Next time the host appears on a monitor, I will make my entreaty. Turns me down, then I shall resort to force.
Very, very good.
Mind made up, I begin walking through the school. Oh, Elizabeth, you're so funny.
They don't let me do it or I'm gonna beat them up.
Battles. Oh, where am I fighting a battle? I look into a window nearby. Aha!
Oh my! The host himself is before my eyes.
Oh, it's probably the real Teddy. Before I realize that I am already in motion.
Pardon my dynamic entrance.
Someone's here!
Oh! It's a sexy girl! Oh! Wow, the girls I know look so damn good!
Around, I see a piano and a portraits of famous composers lining the wall. I see this must be what they call a music room. Ooh.
Please forgive me for startling you.
Ooh! Who are you, miss?
There we go. Woo!
That was my horny scream of
I
glee!
am Elizabeth, a mere elevator attendant,
Ni-
albeit one who is currently utterly neglecting her duties.
An elevator attendant? I don't believe it. I'm having culture shock. I wish Junessa's elevators had such beautiful attendants, too.
Aw.
Excuse me, but may I ask your name?
Teddy! Doi!
Cause I'm a bear! Get it? Don't you get it?
I'm sorry. Would you mind repeating that in human language?
I was saying it normally. Teddy is my name, and I'm a proud bear.
I see. Teddy Bear. You have a rather creative flair to your appearance.
I wish you'd say cute instead. Though hearing a pretty lady like you say so makes my heart skip a beat.
Holy shit, I'm so horny now!
Once again, I can never stay my curiosity any longer, and I brought his software with a band. Bonk, bonk.
Huh? What are you doing?
Ooh.
This seems to lack ventilation. How does he breathe in there?
Lower! What? Lower! What? Lower! Too low! Lower!
Oh, there's a zipper.
Ah!
Stop! I'm ticklish. Oh no! No opening! You're embarrassing me.
Please forgive me. Curiosity almost killed the bear.
Huh? What were you planning on doing to me?
I was gonna put myself. I'm gonna get inside of you!
You're even a tougher customer than the kids at the food court, miss.
Well, Teddy, your little zipper thing is kind of massive and noticeable.
When I step away, Teddy Bear slightly smooths over his fur to try to regain his composure.
I had forgotten what I originally meant to ask because of your fine coat of hair. Teddy Bear, though I am a woman, I wish to partake in this Grand Prix.
I can't help you with that.
Oh, but are you not the host shown in the introduction video?
It's all a huge misunderstanding. That guy's an imposter. Won't you hear me out?
Nah. Seems he is faced with some kind of dilemma. I decided to lend an ear to Teddy Bear.
Teddy Bear. To Teddy.
He animated described his circumstances, but his arms and legs are too short to illustrate his point. His mannerisms are so peculiar that understanding is an uphill battle, but in the end, I grasped the
I
basics.
see. So you realized that something was amiss and came wandering in here yourself to investigate. But you fell into the imposter's trap and couldn't do a thing until a moment ago. You have my deepest sympathies.
Nah.
Do I really? Anyways, everyone else is on the contestant list while I get the cold shoulder.
Why doesn't anyone love me? Don't you love me?
Is that so? Then, since we are both outcasts, let us participate of our own accord.
Our own?
Oh?
May I request a match from you?
That makes no sense at all. What do you mean?
I mean, we're gonna make babies.
Ooh, maybe a hot and heavy struggle with all kinds of clinches and holds?
A one-on-one battle to the extreme.
That makes no sense. Wait a second. You look a lot stronger than me, miss.
I've got a book. And a blue hat.
Oh, don't be so modest.
No, I'm really not.
Please don't hurt me, please.
I'm very sorry, but the deadline for submitting a forfeit notice has expired.
You're not sorry at all. There are things I can't do, you know. Oh, but on the other hand, if I can try scoring with you later, I might rethink this.
Scoring? I do not understand the term, but if that is your stipulation, why, I accept.
Ooh, you accept? Woohoo! I'm ready to go whenever you are.
Oh my God, you're the first gold ever accepted. Thank you, God. I've been waiting for this moment for so long, you have no idea.
That is, if you're still alive after
Huh?
it. Well then, here goes. Your fate is in the cards.
It's time to
Take my fighting stance.
Something Mouse to show for simple, straightforward, and so beautiful.
Oh God, why did I agree to this? Damn it, penis! You failed me again! You fucked me up again. I just wanted the boobies.
Finally.
Okay, let's just take it nice and easy here. Oh!
Oh, what the fuck? I'm just gonna beat you up. Teddy makes the funniest like little expressions when I hit him.
Here,
Woo!
here.
Woo!
Bear passing through.
Opening my door. Oh no. Punch.
Yeah, punching me. Oh, your box took open your mouth. Oh my god.
Here, some freezing.
Oh, you weren't kidding. He is kind of fragile.
My feel the pain. Here.
Feel the burn!
Time to be judged. The lever.
Oh, ow!
The time bomb.
Oh, he summoned the little robot thing from my shelf that I built. God, see, that move is fucking ridiculous.
Why? Oh, God! I did it for you, boobies! I did it for you!
The road to dating is steep. Ugh.
Blom. With an exaggerated groan, Teddy Bear collapses. Or rolls down, to be more precise.
Teddy Bear, you truly are an intriguing creature.
Hearing this, Teddy Bear springs to his feet.
Are you interested in me?
Ooh, gotta get some bestiality going on here,
Though
baby!
you aren't human, you fight against your fate and wish to be with humans. I have witnessed one other case who bore such a fate in the past.
I guess.
Huh?
You made a choice and decided how you wish to live. That is marvelous, Teddy Bear.
Marvelous? Me? Does that mean you're still okay with me trying to score with you?
That is not what it means.
Ah! Teddy Bear loses balance for some unknown reason and falls over.
No! The way you shoot down my attempts reminds me of Yuki-chan.
Yuki-chan, is this an acquaintance of yours?
Yuki-chan is a very precious friend of mine.
You have friends.
Actually, everyone who is in that video are my friends. But I can't forgive them for having all the fun. I'll make them buy me a tasty treat for this.
I'm gonna get all the popsicles I can eat!
I see. May I ask you something? Who would you consider the strongest among your friends?
Oh, that's gotta be you, baby.
Well, Sensei, of course.
Yeah.
He's the manliest of all men.
Sensei. If I recall correctly, that is the name of a governing class within a school, wielding the power of life and death over its students.
I guess.
Yes, that does indeed sound like the name of a strong warrior.
Ooh,
Sensei's our leader.
Sounds strong, but he seems to be unconnected to the former guest I am searching for. Ah, here we go. Although they sound very similar. They have a very cool demeanor, and they both just don't seem to give a fuck. Don't give a fuck. Don't give a fuck. That's like every protagonist in Persona series. Just don't give a fuck.
don't give a fuck.
So, okay, so she's looking for the blue-haired guy. Minato, I believe his name, like his real name is. But as Teddy Bear speaks of his friend called Sensei, he wears a beaming expression. No, they must be connected with a truly strong bond. Inwardly, I am surprised. Though he is adorable, this Teddy Bear most likely used to be something similar to a shadow. I'm very curious about anyone who could form a bond with such a being. But then again, he is adorable. Thinking about it that way makes me interested in him as well.
That was quite helpful. Thank you.
Once the tournament's over, you should come hang out at Junes sometime.
Junes?
It's a place where Don Yosuke and I work. It's huge. You can eat food there, and they have candy, toys, and sexy bikinis too.
Here, I'll help you put it on.
What a paradise on Earth. It seems there is still much I do not know about in your world.
They didn't have that at the other place. In the other game. What the freaking fruity fuck? Stupid blue-haired
Well,
guy.
then, if you'll excuse me, I must get going now.
Be careful!
I bow politely. Teddy Bear waves back with a big smile.
I love you. Don't forget me, please. Please.
Okay, now though I decided to participate on my own, how should I proceed from here? I don't have a good understanding of this building's layout after all. I try going in and out of the building, it has various paths, but I don't get anywhere.
It may have come to this.
I rear back my head and inhale as deeply as I can. And then...
Bring out the next opponent. No one heeded my call. I suppose repeating that line isn't enough.
Bitch, give me somebody to fight.
Oh yeah. I say, hey, 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 hey. That song kind of always cracked me up. The guy's like, I said, hey, 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 hey. I don't give a fuck. Blah, 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 blah. My shoulders sag slightly and I concentrate on the area nearby. This is an unexpected presence.
There is someone closer by than I had expected. What a reunion this will be. I'm starting to feel tingly.
I'm getting horny as hell.
There's no need for me to keep searching for an opponent since one is already nearby. Tristan and Ensign proceed down the hallway. There's what appears to be the entranceway. I can hear it sounds like voices quarreling. One of the voices is Teddy Bear, or rather the sham host, General Teddy. Ah!
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! What a fight! No wonder you're an anti-shadow weapon.
I take no joy at all from your praise.
Oh!
Oh, hello, Agus.
As I move forward, I find myself breaking into a run. Soon afterward, the voice's owner enters my field of vision. Just as I thought, that unmistakable figure, she's a guest I hosted in my life as a resident. If I recall correctly, her name is Igus.
Hi, Agus. It's been a while. You looking good?
Upon closer inspection, she's aiming her weapon at the General Teddy on the monitor.
Pointing your weapon at a monitor isn't very scary. But anyways, your next opponent is...
If I don't act now, the match will start without me. Must prevent General Teddy from speaking for the time being until my business is completed. Again, before I realize it, I'm already in motion.
No.
Oh no!
Pardon my bold entrance. Huh? Oh, the monitor's completely shattered. Who would do such a thing?
A strange intruder has shown up.
Oh my. I thought we were having a touching reunion. How unfortunate that you would refer to me as a strange intruder.
Does she not remember
A
her?
reunion? I don't recall ever meeting anyone so odd.
She who governs power. Does that ring any bells for you?
Huh? Wait. Are you the one I met in that blue room then?
Oh, there we go.
Your entrance just now was very different from how I remembered your behavior, so I didn't recognize you. But you're Eridanus' son.
No.
Eridanus? Eridanus? That's not right. Not even close.
Elixir? Erengi?
In any case, I never dreamed that I'd meet you here.
That goes for myself as well. It's been a long time since I saw you, but why are you here? What about your duties of governing power?
I am currently in gross abandonment of my duties.
That was a very straightforward answer.
Considering the circumstances here, I'd like to test your strength as well.
I excitedly flip through the pages of the
What?
compendium.
Please, wait a moment. Does that mean you wish to fight me?
From what I've heard, in certain cultures in your world, one lets one's fists do the talking. Perhaps you could think of it as a sporty, modern, and extreme way of greeting one another.
I don't understand at all.
You seem to have become strong beyond all recognition. I'd like to see your power for myself, to broaden my horizons. Will you grant my shameless request?
I still don't understand. But does this mean your wish will be fulfilled if I agree to fight you? If that's really what you want. Will you mind if I don't hold back?
I've kind of got guns, so it's a little hard for me to hold back.
I couldn't ask for anything more. I, Elizabeth, will fight you with all the strength at my disposal. Now, let us begin.
Settling matters through a show of force, simple, straight. Huh? Pardon me. I said that once already.
Ooh, goody get under gumdrops.
Oh, Elizabeth's so funny. She's just so goofy, just punching everything.
Final
All right, let's do it, Agus.
fight!
This one will hurt. Try searching for you to hurt my man.
Rejected.
Oh, don't reject me.
It's time
Ah!
to be judged.
The lever. Severe impact.
My
Look like Elizabeth's her little trot. That's like her run, apparently.
Your fate is in the
System
top
error.
line. It's time to be judged.
The lever. Severe persona.
Round and round. Boom.
Round and round, boom.
Strike. You're at
Ow.
Woo!
Heavy damage. Low down.
God, Elizabeth can use her persona a lot.
My other self! Damage!
Oh yeah, baby! Woo! Oh, that was the ultimate there. Man, I have to have her SP maxed out to actually be able to do that. Oh my God! Stop hitting me with missiles. No, 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 that was close. Woo! God, it didn't take very long for her HP to go down. You guys are right. She's strong, but she's just like fragile.
You're strong.
Eyes crouched down with an annoyed expression.
Oh no, I was surprised myself. It's been a while since I fought with all my power.
Like 5 whole minutes.
Close my eyes and reminisce. Just I had expected she is grown more powerful than before. Ikex is not human. She is an artificial body, making her a sort of mechanical maiden. She was originally created as a tool to accomplish a set goal with established abilities, but by gaining a heart, she forged her own destiny. She did this with the power that can only be gained by those with emotions, the power of bonds. When she shifted from one directed by others to one who chooses for herself, she was no longer merely acting but living. The shift caused a miracle, and she overcame her artificial origins to attain what could be called life. Some have had the talent of turning bonds into a great strength by forming a contract through intense desire. We residents of the Velvet Room refer to this town as the Wild Card. Yeah! And as times changed the course of history. Even I, who served as a resident for a long time, only encountered a few with that power. She's one of them.
I now have a wish of my own, though it may take vast oceans of time for it to come true. Perhaps one day you will accompany me on the same journey.
What do you mean?
If our destinies truly do cross, you will eventually understand.
Ikex's expression shows that she still does not understand, but that is
Huh.
fine for now.
By the way, how have your friends been?
Huh? Oh, they're all well. Several of them are here right now.
Suddenly a staticky voice echoes from the broken monitor speaker, interrupting our conversation. It's because I was not thorough in my destruction.
Testing. It's finally getting through. Hey, you! The one who's not on the roster! Who are you? Why are you gumming up the works?
It's that bear.
If you keep messing with my Grand Prix, I'll make you...
Stab the fingers in my right hand with a flourish. Boom! The speaker explodes. I'm sure the announcement will bother us no more. Seems I have finally finished
Oh
it off.
my! Flames have suddenly burst from the speakers. How dreadful.
That was 180% your doing.
180%.
Such repeated meddling. It seems I have a bit of a score to settle with the host, too. Well then, I will be going now. Please be careful.
Oh, wait. There is a rule in this tournament against the loser of a fight moving on.
Is there? Well, considering that I entered myself into the tournament, I do not think you count as a defeated contestant. That is only conjecture, though.
You entered yourself. Yet you're going to settle a score with the host for complaining about you?
Details.
Oh, Elizabeth, you silly nugget. I smile cheerfully in return and leave the area. Ah, truly, that was one of my better...
I cannot believe that even Elizabeth's son came to this world.
Like, holy shit, the crossovers are all over the chart.
That's it! Her name was Elizabeth's son. I finally remember.
What a shame. You gave it a try, but there's no way anyone would understand you. Huh? That is that teddy bear imposter. The student council president is here too. It seems the false teddy bear's tone is much harsher than before. Has he been meeting with difficulties lately?
When I look again at what's going on inside the room, Sister Aura swirls around General Teddy. Surprising transformation occurs. Still have to form into a shapeless lump, which resolves the figure of the council president girl.
The true self.
Goodness, that false teddy bear was actually the girl's shadow. I see. It's true that suffering to this degree could cause a shadow to go berserk and affect its surroundings.
Please stop! That's all a lie! You're not me!
Alright, now we're skipping right to it.
Finally! You finally said it! I'm finally free!
Oh, here we go. Man, she's gonna go booga booga booga. Blah 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 blah. Summon her giant demon cow. The Shadow has gone berserk. At this point, it can no longer be stopped solely by the original person. Worse, the Shadow has no more reason to keep the host alive. This continues. A third person storms into the scene just as I'm about to intervene.
Labrys.
Oh, there he is. You saved the day. All right, so it's not really overlapping like it did before. Okay. All right, I wasn't sure if like some of these other things happened in some of the other storylines I hadn't played yet. This young man in a school uniform. For a moment, I'm utterly captivated. Oh! Oh! What powerful fire he has in his eyes. For a second look, I recognize his face from the video. To recall, his name was Kingpin Yu. No, that's not right. Sister Complex Yu. No, that sounds even further from the from his actual name. Narukami. That's right. It's you,
I won't let
Narukami.
you hurt her anymore. If you're gonna keep rampaging, I'll fight you.
Fine! Then you'll be the first to die!
Shadow's attack hurtles towards the young man, but he does not flinch and takes a fighting stance after smoothly evading it. Seeing his heightened determination, I detected a distinct presence
That
about him.
young man is a Persona user, too.
Ah, that's not all. The sensation is similar to when I encountered
His
Igus.
powers be.
There's no doubt about it. It's the same as hers. He too is a Persona user whose awakened talent is that of the wild card. The Shadow launches his next attack at the young man. Battle Axe branches is a cluster of steel as long as she is tall. If he truly can wield those powers, he may be able to stop such an attack, but it's
This
not such a
opportunity
sure
cannot
thing.
be missed.
This time I enter the room and step between the two.
What? Pardon me as I interrupt this scene.
Who are you?
You! How? I set up walls so you couldn't pass through. How did you get here?
So you couldn't pass through? What's he referring to? Oh, could it be those invisible walls I bumped into from time to time? Suppose thinking back, I did run afoul of such things along the way. But a little push was all it took to pass through them, so I barely paid them any.
I just had to push a little bit with my finger.
Such parlor tricks can get stuffed.
The Shadow and the young man both look quite perplexed. What was that? What was what I said so shocking? I took the opportunity to step towards the young man and look him straight in the face.
Are you perhaps the sensei that Teddy Bear spoke of? Someone who has awakened to the power of the wild card through Velvet Room's guidance.
What? Wait, that blue outfit. Who are you?
Flashed a smile and turned my gaze towards the girl collapsed nearby. I believe he called her Labrys a moment ago.
I see. I feel that I have a good grasp on the situation now.
For sure.
Then can't you tell you're in the way? Get out of here!
Piss off,
I
bitch!
cannot do that. I came to settle some business I had with you, the tournament's host.
What business?
To be blunt. What business was it?
Wait, what was I doing again?
How the hell should I know?
That was harsh.
It turns out that I do not care about such trifling details after all. My apologies. Please forget my mention of business. Actually, my search for a certain individual has unexpectedly concluded, so we're done here.
Who said we're done? That's it! I'll kill you where you stand!
I wouldn't recommend it. If I may be so boastful, it would be a battle you stand no chance of winning.
My words must have been so humiliating. The Shadow's face flushes red and gropes for words. I ignored her order to speak
It's
to the young
nice
man.
meeting you, by the way. I am Elizabeth.
Would you like to go make out somewhere?
Yeah, sure, alright.
Would it ring a bell if I mentioned that I am the one who governs power?
You mean like Margaret?
Oh, do you know my older sister? I see, no wonder.
Stop ignoring me, bitch!
This is funny. Shoot the young man behind me and turn towards the Shadow.
Please wait a moment. I must ask the one over there to leave this place before we resume.
It's you who's going to leave!
I was sure that I gave the proper warnings earlier. So it goes. Your fate is in the cards.
Time to Stop saying that! I'm gonna smack you with my book.
Alright, let's do this shit. Ain't no thing but a chicken wing. How many times did I follow you, Shadow Labrys? Seriously. It was like a fucking million times. Alright, let's do this shit.
Huzzah! Woo! Oh, no, you get in there. Get in there. There we go.
Judged.
The whole cow in there too.
My turn. My attack. Nothing. Here is some freezing.
Woo!
It's time to be judged. The lever. Opening my warning.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Theta just grabs her and headbutts her.
This one will have time for
Woo! The way she fell down, she just lands on her knees.
My, that was easy. Might I say you, how do they say it? Suck monkey balls.
How could it end like this? It's all completely ruined.
Shut the fuck up.
Shadows falls to his knees. Its will completely drained. It has the strength left to attack us.
Is me?
The girl, still unable to stand, barely stares blankly at her own shadow. Watch around towards the young man. This P1 Grand Prix was most likely caused by the girl's shadow, manifesting her suppressed anguish. This young man tried to reach out to her, even at the risk of his own safety. And after seeing the proof that she was the one who caused that risk.
Excuse me, but may I leave the rest of this to you? I'm ashamed to say so, but delicate persuasion is not my forte.
I understand. I agree that you don't seem like you'd be too good at it.
Yeah. The young man walks towards Labrys, who is still at a loss for words. I've yet to have a proper conversation with him, but I sense a certain trustworthiness in his strong
Miss
steps.
President, or actually Labrys.
What am I supposed to do? What difference does it make if I accept this? In the end, no one's gonna understand me anyway, right?
It's true that others won't be able to easily understand your pain. But are you gonna give up after just one try at showing them? One victory or loss doesn't matter. What matters is that you don't give up. That's what I think.
I shouldn't give up?
No, you can do this. You're not alone anymore.
Labrys' eyes widen, and just as if just realizing the brightness of the scenery before her. The young man waits patiently for his words to sink in. After some time, Labrys finally stands up and
Hey.
looks towards me.
Is this what you were talking about before?
I am also not human, but who you are is for you to decide. That is the power of potential that everyone holds.
What is she exactly?
Even for a machine, I believe that still holds true.
You could have just said so when we first met.
Alas, I have always had some difficulty making myself understood.
I know, that's why we love you, Elizabeth.
Come on
You
now. You should go to her.
Give her a big old hug. Labrys faced her shadow once more, the urging the young man. Ellipses! Alright. And the two of them make out. Wait, no, that's not right. Wait, isn't that what happened?
Congratulations!
Yeah, you did well.
Thanks.
Everyone's doing that expression. You just gain, everybody else walks in. He's like, oh!
There's no need to thank us. It was all you.
Seeing Labrys smile, I can't help but grin as well. But relief for a moment before the strength drains from her body and she
Labrys!
stumbles. The young man hastily catches her.
Hey, baby, how's it going? I know you're a robot, but we're still gonna make it out. We're still gonna do this.
There's no need to worry. She must have reached the limits of her stamina.
He props the unconscious Labrys down
The
against the
strength
wall.
that binds hearts together. No matter how many times I witness it, its beauty never fades. May I borrow some of your time?
The young man looks over his shoulder in surprise, but when our gaze cross, he turns as if
Are you
understanding.
a resident of the Velvet Room too?
Well, in a way. I have abandoned my duties at the moment in order to see through a desire of mine.
What did you want with me?
Call myself before opening
In
mouth
order
once
for
more.
my wish to be granted, I require a power much greater than what I have. But it is most likely not power used to fight. It is something else. I wish to understand what that is.
I'm not sure why she's seeking this power exactly, you know? Guess you could probably explain that to me a bit better. I'm guessing it connects to the answer of Persona 3, but I don't really understand.
Power of the wild card that changes bonds into strength. I have a feeling that the key lies there.
I don't really understand.
Put more bluntly, I wish for you to show me your potential.
The man considers everything I said, but eventually sighs before
I
responding.
get it now.
You don't mind?
Would you back down if I said no? After what you said before, I don't think you'd back off that easy.
Touche.
Nah. Take a slight
There is no
defensive
need
stance.
to be lenient. I invite you to approach this battle as if you intend to kill me.
I didn't think I could win any other way.
Thank you. Well then, here goes. Your fate is in the cards.
She loves saying that, doesn't she? God, stop sunning me. Can I get a break, Thanatos? In the meantime, Thanatos is like reading a book or something, and also he just gets summoned. He's like, ah, motherfucker. Again? Alright, you. It's time to kick your punk ass.
Finally.
Oh man, no, I'm too pretty to be murdered.
My attack. It's time to be judged.
Let's see what we got here. Ooh, the lovers again. I think that one a lot.
Woo! Here. Huzzah! Time for
Huzzah! I love when she does that.
your fate is in the cards. My turn. Here is some freezing.
Oh yeah, baby. Oh, lightning death.
It's time to be judged. The lever. Opening my death. Your fate is in the cards. Your fate is in the cards. Oh,
He's like, stop for the love of... Oh, you managed to hit me. Congratulations.
round and round.
Unfortunately, you're still dead. God, I'm kicking ass with Elizabeth, though. You're not... They're not really fighting a whole lot, either. Just gotta stand there and let me beat him up.
She's so strong.
I see. You do indeed have great power.
I'll say so. Saying so, I'm conflicted, and my expression clouds. It's true that he was strong. He expertly wields the power of the wild card, but thinking about it, that wasn't what I want to learn. The power of the wild card doesn't stem just from one's skill in a fight. Strength comes from his knowledge that he cannot avoid fighting to gain his desire. That strength happens to manifest as power in battle. But what I want to learn has little to do with the combat, but I ever get closer to the root of the matter with this method. But even if I can't, if I find that I can't, I don't see another way. I have measured all types of strength, great and small, as the one who presides over power. I feel suddenly
Could it be
anxious.
that it's something I cannot understand?
I thought you were supposed to understand everything, Elizabeth. Will I never be able to understand as one distant from the workings of human society? Has it been impossible from the start for my wish to be fulfilled? I did notice the sound of footsteps.
Hey, are you okay? Oh shit, dude, what happened to you?
Ow! Dude, I've never seen you actually get beaten up before.
Yukon, are you alright? Senpai, hang in there.
I'm dying. Please, girls, one last time. Rub your boobs in my face. Okay. And all the girls just take their shirts off and just rub their boobs in my face. Oh, thank you. Yosuke's like, motherfucker, why does that work for me? Damn it! Why does you Narukami have such fucking swag? Sees the shadow who created this place was vanquished. The rules keeping everyone together, trapped, were nullified. There must be these must be the friends he formed bonds with.
Yo!
But
Did you do this? What did you do to Senpai?
what did you do? One of them turns his fierce eyes
You're
on
so
me.
mean, miss! This is going too far!
Okay, I know he was doing a pun there, but it's that kind of like, it sounded sort of like rednecky. This is going too far.
Who are you anyway? You better explain yourself.
If you did this with malign intent, we won't let you leave here so easily.
I've got a gun.
Their anger is seeing their friend hurt. That was a new experience for me. Their bond gave a birth to anger, grew into animosity, and the fury is now directed towards me. Ooh! The young man stands up.
One more time.
He requests this even though he is badly wounded. A rematch would seem to have only one possible outcome.
What?
Please, that is enough. I've already witnessed your strength.
If this ends with my defeat, it doesn't count as me showing you my potential.
But
You shouldn't jump to conclusions. I thought I said this once today. What's important is that you don't give up after one try. You have to hang in there.
God dang it, you Narukami. Why are you so fucking badass?
My friends that I haven't seen in a while are all here. I can't just wave the white flag.
The moment the young man makes his declaration, mysterious presence fills the air.
What in the pants?
Presence surges with power and creates a whirlpool and light around him. With that light, the young man His determination and drive instantly rekindle.
Power.
Ooh! Is he saying Itsunagi no Akame? Is it the wild card he holds? I then notice that the man's friends are standing behind him in support, and all of them fixing their gaze on me as I stand perplexed. The bond that they share in their very core is echoed in their eyes. I suddenly feel as if I'm confirming a fearsome giant.
I cannot believe I am seeing this.
I find myself starting to back off. My footsteps are unsteady as I go. A small dip in the floor behind me, no larger than a fingernail, throws me off balance. Surely I'm about to fall. But then, then unseen arms catch me.
Are you all right?
Oh yeah, I guess.
You're...
In contrast to my utter bewilderment, she wears a calm smile. When I turn back to the young man, the surge of power has already dissipated. I see myself sighing relief. Even when I review my long memory, I can recall no occasion on which I had felt so overwhelmed before.
What was that just
Ooh.
now? Do you happen to know what this power is?
I do not know the specifics, but
Agus also turns her gaze towards you and his
that
friends.
must be the power of their bonds. The power that stems from not being alone. I don't know why, but I feel like I understand when I'm watching them.
The power of not being alone.
It's power they all share. It isn't just his. Their strong bonds turns determination not to lose into an instant recovery for him. I'm suddenly reminded of a conversation I once had with my sister. If something is impossible for them to accomplish alone, they will work together. His friends have even worked miracles at times. Those were the words I spoke
What's
to her.
important is that you don't give up.
It is a cliche to hear, but his wisdom is profound. I dismiss his potential judging by my standards. I almost gave up in the same way, thinking that I would be unable to understand, but he refused to allow that. His power proves that this is not only one standard. It is truly the strength found in numbers.
So this is a bond.
When I think about the guests who I met who had formed bonds, I may have focused too much on those individuals. I never took much interest in who they bonded with or how those bonds
What I
were
should
forged.
be studying isn't just him, but all of them together. Not the strength of a person, but of people. That may be the lesson.
Yes.
Seems I am starting to find hope. Today's
Non-satisfaction.
festivities made for quite a wonderful Grand Prix. Considering that there have been some games, I should be going. If you'll all excuse me.
I turned to make my exit.
wait a sec, you haven't explained yourself yet. You haven't even told us your name. It's Elizabeth.
Hey! Back here! What are you all happy for?
Who was she? Well, the odds are low that she was the mastermind behind this case.
Bye-bye, Troy Baker. I'll see you in every other game that exists.
I'm serious, like, okay, Troy Baker, now I've discovered Troy Baker is the bad guy in Far Cry 4. Like, oh my god. And he's also the main character, I think, in the new Call of Duty game. Like, it's now like, what is it, a prerequisite now to have Troy Baker in your game in some form? Like, oh my god. It's funny. Oh yeah, I'm actually playing Fallout New Vegas, and I started on that just for fun for myself recently. And I went in there, I'm like, oh my god. I'm like, half of the voices in there are Yuri Lowenthal. I don't know if Troy Baker's in there. He might be, but Yuri Lowenthal is like, oh my god, it does the voices of so many of the characters in there. I was like, Yosuke, what are you doing in this game?
Enough about her. Senpai's more important. We'll get you out of here in no time, so hang in there, Senpai.
I'm bleeding out. Oh god. Save me, Yosuke.
Teddy, get a stretcher ready.
Huh?
What are you standing around for? Move!
Where? I don't know where one is. I don't even know what a stretcher is.
Guys, I'm not exactly critically injured, you know?
I think it's wonderful.
You're...
Seeing you surrounded by friends reminds me of a certain someone.
Oh, blue hair guy.
a certain someone?
There is no need to worry, everyone. His wounds are not serious. He is merely exhausted.
Oh, thank goodness. Wait, who are you?
I'm his girlfriend.
No, she isn't. No.
We are gonna go make out after this.
No. Well, maybe, but I mean, no. I mean,
All the other girls stare at him.
What? But you're my girl.
They all say it at the same time. They look at each other.
oh no, this is it. This is that moment I've been dreading. It's all coming crumbling down.
I think the only way Valentine's Day could have been worse is if, like, all of them were there at the same time and then just beat the shit out of him. All of that would have been kind of hilarious, too. I could have left by a shorter route, but when I returned to the school's front gate and looked back at the school, the faces of the people I parted with a moment ago are called to mind. Amongst them is the young man's face. I only faced him briefly, yet I recall him with
I'm
surprising
sure that
vividness.
he will continue to increase his strength of heart. It is a given with so many friends. I am a little bit envious.
Woo! Turn the pages of the compendium and draw a magic circle
Well
in
then,
the air.
farewell.
I silently pass through it and leave as if I'm melting into the scenery. I close my eyes and my thoughts drift to the past.
Elizabeth? Elizabeth, are you listening?
Ooh. Oh, that's cool. I like to see him talk
You
to each
seem
other.
lost in thought like that frequently of late. Could this mean that you finally began to be troubled over things, like a normal person?
How scathing of you, as usual.
Believe me, sister, I am not as bad as you. What's the matter?
My dear sister, I want to tell you a fairy tale.
What's this about?
In our world, at the far reaches of the Sea of the Soul, there stands a large door. A soul which devoted itself to sealing that door slumbers there.
Yes, okay, that's the blue guy. Blue hair guy.
Why did it do such a thing?
That soul is risking itself to prevent those who have lost sight of life's brilliance from luring the world to self-destruction. It has become the guardian of the door, of the whole world, in fact.
That is a very sorrowful story.
My dear sister, do you think I can save that person?
I thought it was a fairy tale.
It may be impossible alone, but what if I joined forces to do it?
I wonder if does that ever happen? Does she ever end up saving him, or is that ever going to be concluded? That's that story, I wonder.
This person's friends are capable of miracles at times.
I'm not sure if, I think what I heard, it wasn't ever really concluded even in the answer. Like, I don't know if she ever really ended up saving him. I don't think.
This person you speak of, is it? I hope you're not planning to.
Oh, don't be silly, my dear sister. I told you, it was only a fairy tale.
To a certain degree, all of your stories are like fairy tales. I don't know what's troubling you, but be sure that you don't neglect your duties.
And she's like,
Hey, where'd she go?
open my eyes again, I am the Sea of the Soul, a world where countless bright lights shine like a short nebula.
Velvet, oh velvet.
I'd sing a song, but now that I'm here again, I feel a hint of loneliness. Aw. Smile inwardly at myself. What happened today was very fruitful for me, though it came with a certain realization. I don't have anyone in the world outside the Velvet Room that I wish to form a bond with. There was that blue-haired guy who I did make out and have sex with at one time, but unfortunately he's kind of busy at the moment. My lack of hunger for such things may have prevented me from
No,
understanding.
that's not quite right either.
Lack of hunger? That's not it. In truth, it was within my power, but I was turning my gaze away from it. After all, I didn't begin this journey only to find the means to defeat that monster. I thought by defeating it, I could see it again.
To think I was unconsciously afraid of something and keeping my distance from it. That is quite a surprise.
So she's trying to find a way to save him, I guess defeat the monster that he's guarding or something. Mechanical Girl, the young man today, and my old guests all had their own desires and resolved from the start. I should make myself just as resolved if I am to achieve my desire as well. I'll face it unblinkingly and accept it. I'll admit that the loneliness in me arose from leaving my old residence. The sick feeling of loneliness will surely torment me and cause me grief forever. But if I harden my resolve to allow for embracing that pain, I am certain that my yearning heart will wield greater power. Bonds, the other half of being alive, along with death. Just as death gives life its shine, I'm sure loneliness will shed new light on the question of bonds. As I will obtain the power of bonds in the trusts and in the trust's truest sense. Certainly I will not achieve that miracle
I
alone.
cannot defeat that monster now. I may in time gain the power to truly erase it.
He must have felt that hunger as well. That is why he tried to protect his bonds with his life, leading him to the universe. I smiled to myself again. As one who leads others, I've only now gained enlightenment about the true meaning of bonds. And at that moment, ooh, a single card drifts down before my eyes. Ooh, the Fool. However, before me, like a butterfly fluttering its wings, is the card of the Fool. It bursts into pearls of light on my
To think
hand.
the day would come where I would behold my own arcana and not that of a visitor's.
Hey! The Fool represents freedom, purity, possibility, and...
The beginning of a journey.
She's like, ooh!
I'm gonna be in Persona 5! Maybe.
It may be that my journey has finally truly begun.
By the way, there have been a few things. Some people have like sort of dissected the Persona 5 trailer, and in one of the scenes you can actually see Rise on like a TV in the background, like in the city. There's you can see her like on a TV or a billboard or something. So which I think suggests that this is all also in the same world. So there's probably gonna be crossovers from that game as well.
The Fool.
Why is it always the Fool?
Have you noticed that it's always the Fool Arcana they start with? Whenever someone has the wild card, it's always the first one they get.
Well, I am aware that I still do foolish things.
Meh. I give a wry smile and look up. My gaze is fixed on what lies ahead. There's an enormous door that looks like a small mountain in the center of the void.
Please wait for me. One day I shall surely see my wish come true.
Oh, I think that's where he is. I think that's him right there, and that little black dot in the center. First, I turn my heel away from the door. My walk begins.
Velvet, oh velvet.
The bright song will no longer have mournful
My
undertones.
master has a large nose.
Will you stop singing that part? Not everyone needs to know that. It determines your path. There's no assurance that my wish will come true. Whether those I encounter today will truly share something with me isn't certain either. But I have hope now, and that is what lets me go on. This time I can head towards the future I desire without losing my way. Yay. That's cool. That was interesting. Oh. Yeah, that was interesting. I enjoyed that. It was nice to sort of see a little bit of insight into someone who in the Velvet Room, you know? It's because, I don't know, they're so mysterious all the time. It's hard to sort of, like, think... I don't know, they made them seem a lot more human than they usually are. Usually they seem more like, to me, like, they're almost like gods, you know? Like, they know so much. But it seems like this sort of made it seem like there are still a lot of things that even they don't understand. Like, Igor seems like a god, you know? But I think you guys had suggested in the earlier Persona games you can sort of see more insight into Igor as well. Like, so there's, yeah. There's a lot about those characters I still don't really understand, but that was good. I enjoyed that. Okay, so how am I gonna do the rest of this now? That's the real question. I think how I'm gonna do it is, I don't know if I just don't know if I'm gonna play everybody. I'm sorry, but I just kind of want to get on with it, you know. But I think I'll play a few of them. I think I might play Yosuke's and play Naoto's. I think that might be it. Maybe Chie's. But yeah, like, I think what I'm gonna end up doing too is I think I'm probably gonna end up cutting out a lot more than I have been. So before I was really just cutting out mostly like inner monologues and things like that. But since we really know the basic story, you know, things that really are just like the same thing, like them wondering, oh, where the hell am I? What's going on? You know, since we already know, what all this is about. I'm gonna cut a lot of that shit out, you know. So it's just gonna be like, I'm gonna try to keep it so it's only stuff we haven't seen before. So there might be some jumps where all of a sudden I'll be like from one place to the other, but I think that'll be the best way to do it without it getting repetitive. You know, we'll see if maybe I'll be able to squeeze more than one person in a single episode, but we'll see when that comes. But anyway, I'm kind of like, I'm ready to get started on the other game. I mean on the actual Ultimax game. Anyway, like if you enjoy it, subscribe now to become a Picky Penguin aboard the SLP, where the days are always sunny and the vids are always funny. Until next time, guys, stay classy.